the final total, after we sat down and, you know, went through this, did our little tally.
Are you ready for it? What do you think? What's your guess? We came in at dollars. G'day everyone. So this is a bit of an interesting one. When we started fitting out the van, me and Ash, we were going through some of the receipts we had sitting there, and quite quickly we're starting to think this is going to add up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So the necessities that you need to basically have a van ready to go, whether it's caravan parks, free camping or whatnot, I think the cost is going to surprise you of what it's going to actually come to fit one out after the big initial purchase of buying the van.
Well, once we sat down, it definitely surprised us. So
yeah, so we weren't
interesting to know.
Weren't expecting these numbers, so we thought this is probably not a bad little video to put together to show people what you're going to be up for when buying a van. After you've brought the van, all the accessories that come along with it. Granted, we're a family of 5, so what you buy might not be exactly what we've brought. The quality you might buy, you might buy more, so things could cost more in the long run. But this is sort of a bit of a guideline just to sort of work out, or just to give you a bit of an idea yourself what you're going to be up for. And
keeping in mind, not everyone likes the same things or has the same end goal to take their van places, or...
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
so, yeah, if we don't have, say, a coffee machine or a high quality water filter that you see some people have, or...
But for some people, a coffee machine is a must for
or
them.
a Thermomix, things like that.
Yeah.
So when you start doing that, there's thousands there in themselves. So yeah, like the quality you're going to need or want to spend, and what you think is a necessity, we might think isn't, and vice versa.
Yeah, it's going to vary.
Yeah, so we're going to break down a couple of little things. We'll have the essentials of which you will need to go into, say, a caravan park, or a lot of free camping, things like that. And then we'll sort of break it down into your linen, accessories, things that just make it a little bit easier that we've found as well.
The pretty things.
The pretty things, that's it. I reckon we'll start with the essential gear, yeah?
The stuff you must have if you want to go and hook up to a caravan park, power water.
Yeah.
Do it not so much off-road stuff.
That's it, get the van set up,
Yeah.
and yeah, there for the weekend. Basically, water hoses, so you can have water when you're at the van parks. We run 2 10-metre water hoses. Try to get away with just one if we can, and then if not, we run the second one, because obviously the connection points of everything can be further away. So we got 2 10-metre water hoses. That's $60 for the 2 of them. So grey water hoses, again, we run the long and short because the drain point can be further away. Yep. So sometimes you're close to it, other times you're not. So we've got a short one, and we've got a 25-metre one. So the short one was supplied when we got the van. The long one was $60 just from Bunnings, and then a couple of bucks, maybe $8 or something like that. I think it was. The little fittings that we made, and that adapter just to push on. With the water hoses as well, you've got all your fittings as well. So you've got your tap fittings, you've got joiners. We replaced the plastic fittings on the hose to brass just because they're better longevity, and you want to carry spares because there's going to be a fair chance that you're going to go to a caravan park and unhook your taps, and you're going to drive off and leave your fitting connected to a tap. That could happen, so you carry spares. But just itself in that, $80 just in hose fittings. So that's one little thing that you sort of weren't expecting. Another $80, gone.
Bunnings makes a fortune off caravan owners.
They sure do. Another thing with the water as well, water filter. So depending on where you're plugged into, the water quality may vary. So inline filter just in the hose, another $40 right there. Power leads, another one. If you're going to be on power, you're going to need power leads. So yeah, same deal. Again, a long and a short. So we got a 25-metre one, that was $60, and I got a 12-metre one, that was $25. Then Leveling ramps and wheel chocks, you're going to need them as well, because not all caravan parks or all sites you pull up to will be level. So that there, leveling ramps and wheel chocks, another $95. We also run padlocks and a hitch lock on the van as well, if we're leaving it or when it's parked up. So $62 for 2 padlocks, because you're spending a lot of money on the van, you may as well spend the money on decent quality padlocks. And we've got the Covix hitch lock, which fits into the DO35 lock, and that was $75. So that's already starting to add up. If you've got a toilet in the van as well, so you're going to need the chemicals for the toilet, sachets and a cleaner. There's heaps of other alternatives. Some people just clean it with bleach or other bits and pieces. That's it, different sachets, different chemicals, but that was $39 for a cleaner and some sachets.
And there's something that's an ongoing cost too. So if you're using the toilet in your van all the time, you're going to be replacing them.
Yeah, correct.
Every couple of weeks, months, depending on how many people are using it, how many times you empty it on one trip.
Yeah, that's it. In summer, you find you might find that you want to use 2 sachets to help keep the smell down. There's your green and your blue. Some are septic safe, some aren't. So yeah, lots of variations there. With the timing of the van as well, depending on the height of your tow bar on your car, you may need an adjustable tow hitch. We do on ours. The standard one was too low, so we had to raise it up to get the van sitting level. So that there, $240.
And that's something that got us caught out when we picked up the van on our handover day. We couldn't make it work, so dirty straight up,
upsell.
$100. Yep.
Done. So that for us, I reckon they're your essentials that you sort of must have in the van, and
just go to the caravan park and do the basic stuff.
Yeah, and even a lot of them without caravan parks, you're still going to use most of them for free camping as well. Alright, now this one's probably a bit more your department. Bedding, linen and towels.
Yeah, well, your internal, the fun, pretty stuff.
Yeah, so this one, I guess, this will vary for people as well.
Yeah.
How they want to set their beds up and things like that. And
how comfy you want to be, and
that's it.
Obviously size of things, number of things. We've got the triple bunks.
Yep. Your van layout and bedding situation will actually alter this, but then you may be more because you may go shop at Adair's or somewhere like that, whereas we shopped at Harris Scarf and Kmart.
Kmart. Kept it simple, but mind you, the kids say the bunks are very comfy, which is good. So I think one thing you need to do is you do need a decent mattress top up. Yeah. That was a tip given to us by a fellow caravan owner. They said spend the money and get a good one. So we did that, and the beds are comfy.
Yep.
The only thing, you know, like doonas, pillows, sheets, protectors, and obviously a set of spares. Having three young kids, you need to have spares of things. Especially our youngest is 3. He's a boy, he's dirty.
So we're basically, for the bedding, it's basically $1,000.
Yeah, by the time you buy, obviously it's a queen for up our end, and it's the east-west, so it's got to be able to tuck it in, or it just hangs everywhere. We had to buy a good topper because they're comfy, but they're not great. And if you're doing a long trip, you need to be comfy. Pillow on each bunk, 4 pillows on ours, a good quality doona because sometimes it's stinking hot, or other end it's freezing cold. Yeah,
so I think we went for like the comfort, didn't we?
Yes. Yeah, because we stuffed up. We didn't actually buy toppers for the kids' bunks, and I laid on it, tested out, and it was horrible. So we went and swapped what we brought and brought a nice pillow top for them as well, which seems to have helped.
Yeah. And then the doonas, I guess it depends on where you're going. If you're always going to be winter camping, you're going to want to go a warmer doona.
Yes.
Or if you're running top sheet, like a blanket over the top, or a mink or something like that too.
I think the ones we went for were just the all-season ones, so they're good for hot and cold. And obviously, if it was freezing, throw a blanket in. But it gets pretty warm with us in there, and then the 3 kids on top of each other, they never once complained about being cold.
Yeah, it gets pretty warm there. And then if it is cold, you've got a diesel heater, put your diesel heater on and you're fine.
Yeah.
Then, so towel-wise?
Yeah, we just brought cheap Kmart towels to see what we would do. People have suggested to use the quick dry ones that you can use for outside, but we weren't sure.
We have the Will and Wind quick dry sand-free outdoor towels,
which are really good.
But that's $280 for 5 towels.
Yeah, and they are good. They fold up small in a bag. They're easy to store and they're very light.
Yeah, so they're perfect for that. But inside, you can't. I don't know, it's kind of not the feel you want to go for
when you
after
have
having a
your
shower.
evening shower, you want your nice fluffy towel, I suppose. Buy the Turkish towels, which we've been told about, which we may end up changing to. We're just going to look into it and see how we go. Don't know how they go in winter though, but
yeah, so there you go. So just in bedding and linen as well. $1,000. So this is already starting to creep right up there in the cost. Kitchenware,
Yes. Well,
another one of your specialties.
yeah. Where do you start? You need your cutlery, your plates, your bowls, your cups, mugs.
All your sharp knives, chopping boards. You want your
all your barbecue tools, any cooking utensils, your toasting, your kettle.
But then as well, also if you're not on power, you're going to need to heat your kettle
So
on
you
the
need a
gas.
billy kettle.
A gas kettle as well. Then there's also pots, pans, that sort of thing. So we have the stackable ones, so they all sit inside each other, and
the one handle.
removable handle
Very
goes
good.
around them.
They're very good.
Highly recommend the stackable pots and pans.
It's worth the money, definitely.
Yep. Like a sandwich press as well. That's another thing.
That's obviously not something everyone needs, but quick toasty for the kids, even for us if we're on a busy day, it just makes life easier.
Yep. So, but with that, we brought all our utensils and stuff just from Kmart, like all the whisks
Need
and
anything
the
fancy,
peelers, your
really.
can openers, that sort of stuff. So you don't need anything fancy there. We've just got the plastic,
Melamine or whatever
kind
it
of
is.
style.
Yeah.
They work. They don't scratch.
No,
they're
they wash
light.
well. They're fine.
So $200 there. Kettle and toaster, same deal with Kmart specials, $60 for kettle and toaster.
Yeah.
The gas kettle was $26. The stackable pots and pans, they're quite expensive, but worth the money. $250. $20 for a sandwich press again, just from Kmart.
You don't have to go crazy on all your bits and pieces for inside. Obviously, if you like the finer things, you can. But being a family of 5, costs do start to rise. So where you can save some money, you do. You just our plates and bowls are getting us by. So.
That's it. They work fine. So no need to go crazy on that. Good old seat log here. Then I guess cleaning gear. So you do need to clean your van out. It does get dirt and dust
and grime, and even if with everything closed, you go in there and you wipe your hand, and the dust has come from nowhere.
Yeah, just when you're parked up,
Even at home.
parked up, having windows and doors and stuff open. So cleaning gear. So you basically a bin, dustpan, broom. That's $50-$60 there.
Yeah. Then we went and bought a small little handheld. Is it USB?
USB
rechargeable vacuum, which does the job. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's $90, but we are going to change that one over.
There's a better one. We should have just got it.
It's a Shark stick vac. I think it's $190 or $200.
Yeah.
We should have just done it from the start.
Ours a little bit.
Yeah.
So does the job.
We will upgrade that one. I guess as well, if you have, say, your Milwaukee tools, things like that, you can use your vacuum.
But you don't really carry them.
Yeah.
Have the need to carry them yet.
No, that's right. We've got the Milwaukee drills and stuff to put pegs and screwing pegs, legs down, all that. That's in the car all the time. But they're quite big and bulky versus the stick vac. It's
takes up no room. It's a small little box.
It's like a 600ml Coke can. Collapsible washing basket. That was $20. Peg bag for pegging out your washing. Another $5. $5. Clothesline, which you can see here, $40. A collapsible hamper for all your dirty washing.
Yeah. So obviously, when you are away, you've got to store it somewhere, and then you can just put the hamper in a container, or
that's it.
You can put it in a storage drawer, or put it outside, and it's all together then.
That's it. The next one, outdoor furniture. Now this one, there's that many options here.
Yeah. You can do it cheap, or you can
spend a fortune,
or you can meet in the middle. But you've got to have a good chair.
Yeah, that's it. And and all the bits and pieces to make life easy.
Yeah.
So basically, we kind of did a lot of looking around, spoke to a heap of people as well, and then knew of some people that had some of this gear as well. So we basically, for all this stuff, we went to Navigate.
Yeah. Well worth it. Their stuff's great.
Everything's thought out. There's a lot of things that have got more than one use. The quality of the gear is insane.
Yeah.
So we just couldn't fault it. So we pretty much jumped online and spent about $1,400 to get all the.
But we got a lot for our money.
Got a lot for money.
Lasting. It's good.
Cannot fault it one bit.
Yeah,
so, but that includes the 5 chairs. So we've got the 5 chairs. Yeah. We've got all the lead bags, hose bags. So for the water hoses, we've got the grey water hose bag.
Jockey wheel bag.
We've got a jockey wheel bag. We've got the table.
The little the stool.
Yeah, so we've got a footstool, which then also converts into if you're having a spread.
Yeah, the bigger sort of table, the step.
Yeah, we've got the step. We've got 2 stone guard bags.
Yeah, these are cool. The rubbish bag on the back.
Yep, we've got the awning straps, and then they also have a little pouch that you can tie the awning strap up and then just tuck it into that bag, keeps that out of the way. Collapsible bin, So we've got a bag where you can put your awning wall in as well. Wine glass, buddy. That thing is absolutely brilliant.
that's
hey?
good.
So you
Yeah.
can,
Yeah.
if you're a red wine drinker, we don't mind the odd red, bit of a Pinot every now and then. So you can actually take your glass cups away and have them not break. So that thing, fantastic.
And they fit 4, which is
Yep,
good.
that's it. So yeah, $1,400 just in navigator gear.
But it's good. That was money well spent.
Definitely. You're going to need something to probably cook on outside. So again, there's many options, but we can't fault the Weber. We've brought the Weber.
Yeah.
We've got the outdoor kitchen here, but most of our cooking is done on the Weber. So we just got the barbecue, and we haven't really had any issues
Ran a
cooking
room,
for
it's
5.
fine.
Yep.
Pizzas go good.
Well, we did have the family queue before that one, but it didn't fit in the box,
fit.
so I had to swap that out for the baby queue. But it's fine. Happy with that.
Yeah.
So that's $330 just for the Weber. We then got the essential pack.
Yeah, all your bits and pieces.
Yeah, that has your pizza stone, your roasting rack. It comes with a skillet as well.
Yeah.
So that there, another $140.
Yeah.
We then got the undercover bag. That then, when we're not using it, houses either the grill or the extra hot plate.
Yeah.
And we put the pizza stone, the roasting rack, and all that sort of stuff in there as well.
Which takes
That was
some
$80.
as well, so handy to have.
Yep, definitely. So we've got a 5 metre long shade cloth external wall for the awning here. It's not on at the moment, but that just, if the sun's beaming down and you can't get the angle of cover with the awning, just gives you that extra bit of space.
Yeah.
That was $90. Ground mat, we've got two different sorts. We've got a Sea Gear smaller one, which is the shade cloth style as well. Now that was, from memory, is about $200 odd. We didn't actually keep the receipt for that one, so we don't have reception at the moment, so I'll voice that over. And then we've got the Intrek, this one here, which is like a recycled plastic.
Really good.
And
it's
this
our
is
first time using it.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to get anything through the bottom. It pegs down well. You just sweep it off if it's covered in stuff.
Yeah, it feels really nice underfoot as well.
It's nice to be barefoot on.
Yep. So this is 2.4 by 5 metres, and that's their $280. But I think that's money pretty well spent. Same with them. There's that many different options out there. You can find just Kmart ones, and all that sort of thing. We can't tell you the difference of them. Maybe they're exactly the same thing. I'm not sure, but we're happy with this. You're spending a fortune on a van, so at the end of the day, a few bucks here and there to have something that.
And it's nice to have something other than dirt to sit in, especially on a hot day, and if it's a bit windy as well.
They've got a good reputation, so we went with that.
And you can obviously, your cost depends on the size you get and the quality of the one you buy. It comes with a big storage bag, so
That's it. Yep. Another thing, we've got the Chromecast. Not everyone may use that. They may have a smart TV, but just for those rainy mornings where you're laying in bed, just throwing a bit of Netflix.
Or a cold night, throw a movie on for the kids so they're out of the cold, or even for us if we do an early night.
Yeah. So that's $90 for a Chromecast. So that's not an essential. It's not.
No,
it's just
more
a bit of a luxury item. That one. But we've spent it, so we include it.
Yeah, and you find having kids in a caravan park, you can't send them out too early, so you've got to keep them occupied somehow. If TV does it, well,
that's it.
That's it.
Another thing, I'll have to overlay the price when we have reception, because we're right price had at the moment, so I can't remember what they were worth. But we've got 2 muck mats at the door. Just a large one at the base of the step, and then we've got a small one that sits in the recess of the step inside the van. But I think that was about $150, $200 for 2 of them.
The little one inside's actually quite good, so if you clean your feet or take your shoes off, you can get your feet clean before you go all the way in and less
They
stuff
seem to
inside.
hold quite a lot of dirt and dust. And
you shake them out and a lot comes out, but it doesn't come back up, so it's quite there.
Yeah, I reckon they're worth having.
Yeah.
Then also in the van as well, we've gone and brought a heap of the non-slip matting.
Yep.
And we've lined all your shelves,
all
your
the
drawers.
cupboards, all the pantry, all the storage bits, so nothing moves around. And then in some of the cupboards we've put some smaller baskets, so like in the bathroom it stores the toothbrushes and things. In the kitchen you've got one under your cupboard that has your cleaning products and your dishcloths and things.
Yeah,
and
all the kids have got one in there.
just for their underwear, so it's easy to grab. And the top of the pantry to store like loose items or extra cans of drink or just bits and pieces that rolls like a bit of fruit.
Yep, so baskets, they're basically $5 each. You average it out to.
Yeah, they're not
We've got
expensive.
15 of them we counted in there.
I know.
So that's $75 just on baskets. We've got 5 rolls of the non-slip matting. That's $25 because they're $5 each.
That's good. Nothing moves around. It's not scratching your cupboards or your surfaces.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then there's probably other little bits and pieces we haven't thought of as well. That probably totals up to maybe $100, $200 in bits and pieces.
Just little things.
Forgotten about, and you've just gone abroad online. Yep, that'll be
Oh,
mint.
that looks cool. We need that.
Oh, the reusable ice blocks.
Oh, yeah.
Now there's little.
They are an essential.
Yeah, eBay, Google reusable ice blocks, and then it's basically just a plastic ice cube. Drop it in your drink, throw it back in the freezer.
Yeah. Give them a wash when you're done, and
well, $8, $5, $10 or something.
yeah, $8 a container, 50 or something. They're really good.
So that's a good one.
So the final total after we sat down and went through this, did our little tally.
Are you ready for it? What do you think? What's your guess?
I myself, before we added this, thought a couple of grand, but then
it adds up very
once
quick.
you write it down on pen and paper and go through things, you think, wow, it's more than what you thought.
Yeah. So basically, with all that gear there, we came in at $5,917. That's a lot of money.
And that could be things that were forgotten as well. So
and then that, with saying that, we did a lot of that stuff budget-wise
pretty cheap too.
So if you go to Adairs and you're buying super expensive linen, if you having a $1,000 coffee machine sitting on your bench, if you're having a $2,000 Thermomix sitting on your bench,
it's crazy.
You could fit out a van for like 10 grand. So yeah,
it's like having a second home. I guess when you buy a house and it's your first house, you need absolutely everything. Well, a van's kind of the same. And you do have the option where you could just take things from home and put it in your van, but that's a lot of double handling for a weekend away. So for us, it was easier to have it ready to go.
Yeah, we basically, for us to go away, just throw some clothes in,
bit
throw
of
some food, and then we're off. And nothing needs to come out. Same with like the camping chairs and this. We've basically got two sets of that. So we've got the set for when we go full driving, and we've got a van set.
Caravan set.
So nothing has to come in and out, and it's all easy.
Yeah, I think it works well for us and what we want to do.
Yep.
We want to less time consuming packing up and unpacking of things. It's mainly just doing bit of clothes and stuff now.
Yeah, but $6,000 basically. So you go spend $80,000, $100,000, $150,000 in a van, and then you've got another $5,000 or $6,000 after you get that van.
That you don't even really think about.
Yeah.
I guess we didn't realise what it would cost, but we sort of started, when we purchased our van and locked it in, we went and thought, okay, we've got 3 bunks, we've got this, let's go and lay by a few items and see what we need, and then we can go from there. And that helped as well.
Yeah,
so
doing
I think
it over time.
It takes a big chunk of the money away. You're not just outlaying all that money.
But
and I think down the track there'll be things we will change, things that may, we don't use that, or we really need this. And I'm still not happy with bunk dooners.
Yeah, because we got single dooners on it.
Yeah, but the bunks are smaller than a single, so they're kind of too long and they hang. They do the job for now. We'll obviously revisit that.
Yeah, but you can get fitted, knitted things, but
sheets and dooners in one, they're actually quite expensive.
So then that's an extra cost again.
Yeah.
So I think it's like almost $200 a set, isn't it?
Something like that. And we sort of thought, no, we'll do it this way and see how we go. We haven't done a super long trip yet where it's been an issue. So obviously, as
we've got one coming up.
Yeah.
So
a couple of weeks
see
in
how
May.
that goes. Yep.
We'll see, and then we might revisit it next year. But
so there you have it. I don't know whether you were expecting it to be that much or whether you thought it'd be more, but yeah, for us it's $6,000 basically. So drop a comment down after the video for us. Let us sort of know if you've got any hacks as well. Tips,
any good caravan hacks. We like knowing things that would make life easier, pack up or set down, or if there's something we hadn't got that's something that could be really helpful.
Yeah, multiple uses. That's when
multiple use items.
Yeah, that's what you'd like. So yeah, I hope this helped you out, this video. Hope it was interesting for you. Hope we didn't waffle on too long.
Hope it hasn't scared you off buying a caravan.
Yeah, because it's one of the best things you do.
It is.
Yeah.
Money well spent, and it is worth it.
Yeah.
You can't put a price on your memories. And
well, this was basically our house extension. So we were extending our house, and I said, no, we're not doing that. We're buying a caravan.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, money well spent, and then worth every penny.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for watching. Yeah, hope it was helpful. Anything you want to drop a comment in, we'll get back to you. And yeah, thanks again.
Let us know. Thank you.